Good morning. Let me just see here. I can never tell if the lighting is bright enough, but hopefully it is. Okay, I'm just going to share this over, hopefully, to my group page. How's everyone doing this morning? Hopefully good. I'd like to welcome you. If you're joining me, please say hello. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to share this to my group. Oh, here we go. Okay. I think I got it going. And let's see. Okay. Good morning, Cheryl. All right. So the bundle we're using today is the cup of tea bundle. So it's in the new catalog. Can't show you the inside yet, but if you need a catalog, please just send me a message or something and I'll get one out in the mail to you. I'm going to be mailing the rest. Hi, Donna. Good morning. Going to be mailing them out hopefully today or tomorrow for sure. But, okay, so the cup of tea bundle is really cute. You got where it cuts out these two teacups and the leaves. So everything's all here. As we work, I'll kind of show you what I'm using. Cute set. What I like is they got lots of sentiments in this one and a little tag, so kind of nice. All right, and then the other two dies that I'm going to be using is the Stylish Shape dies, and this is new as well. But this, oh gosh, I got them all mixed up here. This I know I will be using a lot. This is going to take like the stitch circles. I didn't get rid of them yet because we didn't have any, but this is going to take, I think, the place of them in the squares. So I've used this one obviously a lot. So, but this is going to be a must-have, I think. And then the other one is really awesome. The Fabulous Frames. If you scrapbook or anything, I think this is going to be awesome. This you will see as we are using this card. Okay, it cuts out this frame and I popped it up. You don't have to line two dies up or anything. It cuts it right out. And then I use this frame as well. So you can either like pop this up, save this inside, which I didn't use. But there's lots you can do. So I'm sure I'm going to be using that quite a bit. So, and then they got the oval and then like the little corner to make it look like a picture. So I didn't use this one yet. So I don't know how that one works. We'll see. Okay. Morning, Carol. I'm so glad you guys are joining me. Okay. So we will get started. I'm going to be doing, I think this is called a diamond fold card. I'm not really 100% sure, but it kind of, as you can see, it's layered, it's popping out, which I think is really cool. So hopefully you guys can see that. Love the colors. And that's the other thing that goes with the tea set is the Tea Boutique, the 6x6 Designer Series paper. It's beautiful. And then I use some of our in color paper too. Okay, so using that. Now you guys have seen me use the ribbon. I think it was last week on the jars. So this week I have I'm using, let me see, this is the decorative dots and the twine. So this is all with the in color. Just love it. I love when they do twine and ribbon. So I'm going to be using some of the twine here. And then I made a little box that I was, oops, caught on there. I made a little box that was I was actually going to take and build it so it closed. But then I thought, well, that kind of defeats the purpose. I got little tea bags. I actually got 6 in here. So I kind of took and redid this a couple of times, but I thought this was kind of cute just to set on the table. It sits, it's open. You can always refill it, reuse it. So, okay. All right, so let's get started with this one. We'll do this one first. This was quite challenging because I did watch a couple videos because I've seen them before and I thought, oh, I don't know, it looks kind of hard. It's really not, but what I noticed is that a lot of people were doing them a 5x7, and I'd have to make an envelope, which would be fine, but I didn't really want to do that. I wanted to make it so it would fit in our envelopes. I didn't try it out because it's pretty thick, but I'm sure it will fit. So, okay. So what I'm using, let me just get this out of the way here. I'm going to be using the Orchid Oasis. I even cut a lot of these out because I thought, oh, we'll be here forever. I know you guys don't mind crafting, but thank you guys for sharing. I really, really appreciate it. It helps me out. And you know what? What's better than crafting with friends in the morning if you can, or watching a replay? Either way. Okay. So we got lots of pieces here. But what we're going to start out with is a basic your 5.5 by 8.5. And then I scored it at 2 1/8 and 4 1/4. So you're going to score it in half like you normally would. And then you're going to take and you would score this panel in half, okay? So that's all, nothing too special. All right, so you got that. And then what I have is, I'm going to kind of try to go through it. So let's see. For my front panel, we'll just kind of go right through all of it. I have the fresh freesia, and I got the designer paper. Now, isn't this beautiful designer paper? Actually, this pack, the colors are, it's really nice because you can use like this side to coordinate with this side. Sometimes they'll do paper that does not coordinate like on the back, so then you have to find a paper that does. Let me find my tape here. I had my tape somewhere here. Okay, so this is to fit on here. And if you notice, I kind of went, normally you would do 5 1/4, but I went 5 3/8, just so there's just barely a little border around, okay? So this is 2 inches by 5 3/8, and then I got a piece of designer paper that I cut 1 7/8 by 5 1/4. So I'm going to go ahead and layer these. Oops. I got the plus tape. You know what? I'm just going to use my glue because it's going to rip the paper. I think when you do that, the Seal Plus is great for the 3D projects and the cards too, but if you have designer paper, I do have trouble with it ripping a little bit. Okay. So now I have a piece of the Orchid Oasis, and I use the back side. So these are the same size, the 2 inch by 5 3/8 for the cardstock, and then 5 1/4 by 1 7/8 for the designer paper. So I'm going to go ahead and put these on right away. And I can, oops, did I cut that one? Might not cut that one short enough. Let me see here. I think I cut this one the exact same. And if it doesn't matter. Okay, there, I got just enough off to to see a border. Okay, so let's go ahead and glue these on the card. I actually was watching a gal, I think she was from the UK doing this card, and she was the one that was doing the 5x7, but she was like measuring and marking. I mean, you know, I'm not knocking her video by all means, but I thought, ooh, it's kind of a little confusing is what it was. But I guess if you follow her more often or something, then maybe she's not so confusing. I'm not sure. Sometimes just looking at things, you know, and kind of just looking at them, you can tell better than if you're trying to measure and get everything perfect. And I don't know. That's just my opinion, but okay. So this, for the inside, I have, this is the, it's 4 1/8 by 5 3/4. So this will kind of all line up nice and even, okay? And then I'm going to be using the designer paper. So this card does, like with just having the 6x6 paper, it does kind of take up a lot of your paper, but I can't imagine you're going to be making like tons and tons of these cards, but you know, for someone special. So, oh, maybe it's our internet. Hopefully the replay will, could be our internet or maybe your internet. That does happen sometimes, but when the replay comes on, hopefully you guys won't have problems with it. I hate that. Yeah, because our internet, we've been, you know, it's not been too bad. I may have to watch, yeah. It's probably your internet. I'm not sure. So, okay. Sorry, guys. That does happen once in a while. Okay, so I got, let's see, I hope I got enough of these. Oh, yeah, we do. All right, so what you're going to have now is I got the 2-inch squares. So these are 2 by 2, and then I have one square that is 2 3/8, or 2.5, I'm sorry. So you got 2 squares that are 2 inches and one square that is 2.5. And then your designer paper would be 2 3/4, or 3/8, I'm sorry. 2 3/8 will go on to 2.5. And then the 1 7/8 will go on your little 2 inches. So sometimes with the internet, if you like jump off and jump back on, sometimes it will be better, but not always. And it very well could be our internet, I'm not sure. But hopefully not. So yeah, these little squares, the cardstock is 2 inches by 2. So it's a square, and then your designer paper is 1 7/8 by 1 7/8. And then your bigger square is 2.5 by 2.5. And then your designer paper is 2 3/8, okay? And then you have one sheet of paper, your cardstock, the Orchid Oasis, and this is 2 by 3. So I scored it at 3/4, 1.5, and 2 1/4. And you're just going to take and just press them down really well. Okay. Now, I may have to trim a little bit right there. You don't want them like overlapping. So let me trim that down. When I did my other one, I actually must have had it just right. I'll show you. It's just going to take off a little hair off there because when you go to put that in, you want it to be able to move freely. There. Okay. It's better that they almost don't even touch. All right. So we're going to get to that. But let's put our little diamonds on. Let's see. So what I did with these is I kind of lined it up. You're going to line your points right with your score line. And these should fit from top to bottom. If you have to overlap any, do it in the center, okay? And then you're only going to be putting glue on this part. And you don't want to overdo it, but just enough, okay? And that's where the lady was measuring. And I guess if you have to put that line there, you can. And the other thing, she used different paper, so hers was a little harder to line up. Like, you want to make sure if you're using, say, stripes, you want to make sure they're all going the same way. This paper is not quite so fussy, but because I think your designs are okay. All right, so let's go ahead and put, and like I said, you don't want to overkill with the glue. You want to have enough, but not so it's smushing out, okay? All right, so I'm going to put that right there. And I'll show you here in a second. So it's your 2 points are right on that score line, okay? Press it down really good. All right, so it's going to be like that. Yeah, it might be an easier way to kind of show you. All right, so are you guys still having trouble with watching it, or maybe gave up? I'm not sure. Okay. So you want it top and touching the top and the bottom, and then your little points, or your points will be right on that score line, okay? So there's that. No problem now. Okay, good. I guess I didn't glue this down. I thought I did, but I didn't. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why that happens. It's just kind of crazy, but I know it happens to everyone. It doesn't, and I'll go back, and if I want to watch it, I'll watch the replay. And it doesn't seem quite so bad. Okay. So, this is the bigger, it's a square, diamond, whatever you want to call it. So we're going to kind of put that like about where we want it. And you want this point, like I actually have my point over a tad on this one because, can't really see it, because of the cup. But what I'm going to do is just kind of get a feel for where I want this. And then this little piece here, you're going to take in, you got it folded, you're going to put glue right here, and then we'll fold it over that way. And I'll show you where to put that. Now you could use your score tape, but I found it just as easy with the glue. Okay, we're going to kind of hold that shut. I'm going to open this back up. And I just want to get a feel for where it's going to be. So this center part is going to be right on your score line, okay? And however it's easiest for you to do that one. And you're going to press it pretty good, because this is going to be your part that makes it pop out, that part right inside there. That's why I said it's better if it's a little bit where the two pieces, if you have to take one, off there, because when you go to fold it, you're going to want to be able to do that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and add glue right here. Hopefully that makes sense. I think if you see how I do it, you'll understand. So this one, I'm just going to fold that down and just lay it down like you normally would. And I'm going to fold my card and just press. Okay. I don't know how much snow you got, Carol, but we just barely got the ground hardly is covered, but it was so nice to get rid of it. Okay, so now it looks like it's smushed down, but when you go to pull it out, it will give you, can you guys, let me see if you can see that. Yeah, can you see that little square in there? Okay, so now what you're going to do is kind of put your little diamond on there. And you can kind of just get a feel for where it's going to go. But what you need to do, hi Hilda. Oh, so glad that you're joining me. But what you're going to have to do is snip this little piece off. And you do it however you want. I'm just going to grab my trimmer. I mean, you can just use scissors, but you want to get it nice and straight, okay? And I'm taking off, I'm going to put my little point right at 1/4 of an inch to start with. You can always take more off if you have to, okay? So let's see, and this will be glued right onto there, and see how that takes that a little bit away from there. Now, if you weren't putting anything on that was sticking out, you could probably take off just the very tip, and it would be right to that edge. But either way, it's fine. Let me see. So I'm going to put glue. I'm just going to kind of hold with my hand about there. Okay, I'm going to go a little bit less because I don't want glue squirting all over. Just a little bit there. And we're going to just kind of, just so this is kind of in between, okay? And you see how that butts right up there. I guess I should have it straight, hopefully. There we go. Hopefully, let me see. Yeah, that's fine. So this piece here, you're going to put right to that edge. With this showing here. There we go. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but that's pretty much right there, okay? In between the two. So that's how you get your little diamond fold or whatever you want to call it. Okay. All right. So that's how that looks. And oops, I got a little glue right on the back there, but I think it'll be okay. I gotta hold that a little bit tighter for a second. You can even just take and close it, and hopefully your glue don't stick, right? No, just kidding. It may. I may have to put a little cornstarch back there. Gosh, I try really hard not to get glue on that. But okay, so that's kind of how you make that card. Okay, and if I have to type out the measurements for everything, I can. Not a problem. But what I'm going to do now is just kind of show you the stamps and what I used. So there's a lot to this card. The hearts I just took in, we got the little heart framelets. And I did stamp all this, but I'll go over it with you. So I stamped the cup with the Orchid Oasis on the Fresh Freesia. Same with these little flowers, the lemons or whatever you want to call them, even though they're purple. But those were on white. The little, I used the circle on the one thing. And then we get this little tag here. Let's see, I think I didn't use like the leaves. I used the flowers and the other thing. So we'll just go quickly and I'll show you that I stamped them, and then we will go ahead and finish the card. Okay? It's always kind of nice to see. So, alrighty. Get my little pad out here. And I got my white. Okay. So I stamped, let me just do everything in the white that I did. So I did this. Now this is the little, the flower, the leaves coming up there. And, ooh, look what I did. Got lots of ink on there. Okay, so there's that one. Let's see, I didn't do that. I did the lemon. Lemon, lime, whatever you want it to be. I did 2 of them. And then I went ahead and what I do, and you guys probably like to do it too. I mean, I have cut the circle out and stamped because we can see what we're stamping, but I went ahead and did that anyways. And I think that's all I did in the white. So now I would have stuff to cut all this out. Don't have to fussy cut that at all. And then with this, I did cut out the hearts, but I'm going to stamp the cup. I think this is so cool. I love these 2 colors together. And I love the stripes on the cup. So on these little things, because I just wanted to add a few, I stamped 3 of these. And then I stamped "It's Time for Tea," and I cut that out with the little tag thing. And I think that was all that I stamped, because the rest is punched out. You know, it's just little hearts with the blue and the purple paper. And then, so that will all be cut out. And then what else was I going to tell you? Oh, you know what? If you wanted to write something on here, you could add a piece of your white cardstock on the back and write a little note. But remember how I said last week I like cards that you can display? This would be a card that you would display, okay? So let's go ahead and add all this. So I'm going to, as you can see, I got this all cut out. So I'm going to take and add that right there with a tad bit of glue. Oops, shoot, I don't want to go there. I want to go on the front. Okay, I'm going to have to, I wanted to add it to the back of the cup. So I got to be careful here. All right. So I'm just going to add that. And since I already put a little glue on there, I'm just going to go ahead and glue that down. And I'm kind of staying away from like this side, because that's where my, where the glue, you know, where it's going to open. Let's see, that's wet, yeah. Okay, so we're going to just kind of come in here. You want to be able to see how it closes. And just hang off a little bit. So that should be, I just want to make sure that your handle, yeah, I can tell that's sticking a little bit with that glue back there, so I'll have to put a little cornstarch or baby powder. But see how that kind of pops? So I think that's cool. Now I'm going to add my little heart. What's so nice with this flower, when you stamp it, the framelit is, it fits it exactly, so it cuts all of them out together, which to me is a godsend. So let's see. I am going to add, I got 3 little purple hearts here. So I'm just going to add a little glue and use my pick 2 to pick that up. I cut out extra because I figured I'd lose, you know, I'm always losing everything. So, all right. I just love these colors too. I don't know about you, but absolutely love them. Okay, so there's just that. And you can put those hearts. You could do the small hearts, however you want. Okay, so I'm going to add my flowers. And what I did is I added a bigger flower there, which should be out more, but I think I might have had ink or something there. So I might kind of do that a little bit different. Let me see. I'm going to add, oh, I did have another thing there. Shoot. I I didn't even realize I had cut that out too, so I had 4 of them. But hopefully I won't have to stick one in there. I just kind of was trying to blend everything because I kind of actually like that down there, but we will see how we did. So I'm going to add these. And I added some little blue hearts for the flowers. I thought they were kind of cute too. We'll kind of add them there. So you got 2 inches of snow. I can finally say keep it. We were working outside yesterday. It was so cold. I am ready. It doesn't have to get 90, although I like 90 better, but just a little warmer. Now I got kind of a lot on here. Let's see. I'm going to see if I can use a little bit of that glue to add my heart. God, I am just like getting way too much glue on everything. I don't know why I'm doing that. Okay. Let's see, I'm going to put a purple heart or a flower. I might do a flower. Now I got so much glue on there, I'm just going to add a flower right there. Try to cover that up. Okay, let's see. I got one more flower here that I'm going to put in this big blob that I put there. And you kind of just want it even a little bit so it looks like it's not going to flip over on one side, which mine is doing. Let's see. I got these little flowers. I should probably add a few of them, but I'll do that on top. Let me see what I got here. Lots to work with. The other thing that I really like that Stampin' Up! Is doing is, and I'm sure, you know, maybe other people don't need it, but I really like that they give us like 2 of the dies to cut things out, like the hearts and the flowers and stuff. I think I'm going to add just one more. Let's see. Add something there. I actually do have a big heart there. Let's see. Just to kind of bring it all together. Okay, and then I added a little heart to make it pop. See, there's lots of just little pieces. It's not that the card takes so long to make. It's just the little pieces that you put on. Okay, the next 2 projects won't take long. That's why I'm starting you out with this project. We'll get this done and there. Okay, that's good for now. And then I'll put my little embellishments there in a second. I want that to kind of dry. So, oh, I got that little piece here. I didn't need to add that there. So you know what? I'm going to add this right down here. There. Okay, so the front, I have Let's Get Together Soon, and we'll put that on the top one. And I didn't pop any of this stuff up because, of course, you know, we got lots of layers here, so. And then I got my little lemon. I take that back. I did pop that up. So I popped one up and didn't pop the other one up. And I just need a small piece so it's even. All right, so we're going to put this just down there. And then I put a little heart here. Lots of little details on this card. Put cute, cute, cute. Okay, there's that. And then I did my other on the bottom. Oh, let's see, I did that different. Put it that way. Okay, now I am going to pop this little tag up. But you don't have to, okay? So if you don't want to pop these up, don't. If you are mailing it and... Okay. It's time for tea. And then don't ask me what I was doing, but I took in, like I felt like this was too plain here. So that's why I added these. I don't know, they kind of remind me of like little branch things, but if they are or not, I don't know, but we're going to add them. I just thought it kind of finished it off a little bit. Okay, and look at it, I even got a few things left over, if you can believe that. So, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab my glue dots and I'm going to put my little ribbon on. Okay, so how many of you think you'll be making a card like this, or maybe you have already? Let's kind of get that a little smaller. I'm going to put that right there. Hopefully I got enough glue. I must not have enough glue on there. Hang on. Just add that with the glue dot. And then here's that twine. I already did a ribbon, a little bow. Stick that right on there. And then we will get into the embellishments, which I just love these. These look like those little, remember those little candy dots that you could eat? That's what they remind us of. So, and I got all the new in colors. So I'm going to, let's see, I got some on some hearts. I'm just using the small ones. Okay, there's one there. And I just got 3 of the small ones on here, on the little hearts. And then the little tag, if I can get it. There. And this could have been brought up a little bit more, whatever, it's fine. But, so what do you guys think? I mean, really, it's easy because, like I said, you would be using this die. This cuts all those flowers. This cuts the leaves, your lemon, your tag, 2 hearts, and then 3 hearts, and then you got 2 of these little for the branchy things. So it doesn't really take that long when you're just kind of mass producing, I guess. So, okay. So there's that. What do you guys think? I think it turned out pretty good. I do want to stick a little something there because I can't get my little eraser, but I think I love the colors. Adorable. You just want to make sure that you press everything really good. That is still sticking, so we will set that aside. But do you like it? Let me know if you do. Give me a heart or whatever if you want to, but okay. So that's with that card. Let's go to our second card, and then we'll do our little tea box. Okay. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it, because you know what? It takes, you know, just, I don't know, it takes time to kind of design, but yet I love doing it, so I really appreciate everything. Okay, so the second one, this is the, let me see, I don't even think I wrote measurements down for this one, but I can tell you. This is the Parakeet Party. I was trying to think of the name of the color. So we have your basic 5.5 by 8.5 here, scored in half at 4 1/4. Okay. Yeah, I think for someone who loves tea, I think these cards are just adorable. So what I have here is 4 by 5 1/4, your basic white. And then I have another white that is, let's see, 5 1/8 by 4 7/8. And I'm just going to layer them. I put this through the textured something and folder. You could use any embossing folder. I can't remember what it's called, but I think it's actually retiring Texture Textiles or something. They got rid of both of the folders that I really like. Last year they got rid of the other one that was very similar to this, but actually I still have it. I just really like it. Okay, so we're going to put this onto our front. So it's just basically your white on white. Just gives it a nice finished look. Okay, now this is that frame that I was talking about, okay? It cuts it out exactly like this. I didn't need to put another one in there, although I did. I actually put this one in there so I could cut both of them out at one time. Perfect. I popped this one up, okay? So we're going to take and add some dimensionals to that. I might be able to do this. I was just going to, I thought I had my strips of my dimensionals, because you kind of want to use quite a bit of it. You don't want to just put it here and there. You want your frame to stay like even, okay? So I'm just going to use the edge of this. And since I have these little ones, I'm just going to cut them in half. Might as well use them and not waste them. And okay, I'm going to put that there. Goes much easier with the other strip, right? Or quicker, I should say. We'll just put these here, though, to use up the sheet. All right, I got another strip here. So I'm just going to go ahead and use this. We do have, Stampin' Up! Does have the sheets of it. It's like the strips, but of course I don't know where mine is, but this is working. Okay. I gotta find a shorter one here. So, and then it doesn't take me so long to rip all these off, right? So what is your favorite new in color? You guys can probably tell mine. I am a purple gal, and I love my lime green, so those are my favorite. Okay, I'm just kind of filling this up. So, yep, unfortunately I did the whole thing, but when you send it through the mail, you will be happy if you do the whole thing. Trust me, okay? So that's all like that. And I just got a few to pull off here. Let me just get these without... And see, like this, if you do that, this whole thing just comes right off, so it makes it a lot quicker. And, you know, actually, you probably wouldn't even have to pull all of it off, but just so you have the, so you keep the height there. Of course, you want it to stay in place, too. So, as it's sticking to my fingers. And then, of course, when you put it on, you're going to want to be careful. So, you get it on there good, okay? All right, so we're just going to try to center this the best we could. I noticed on my card I didn't have as much on top, but that doesn't matter. So what I'm going to do is just turn it sideways and kind of try to get it centered the best I can, okay? So now I took and I cut this from the same paper, but what I'm going to do is flip one over, so one cup's going to go that way, and then I cut one just out of the plain paper, and we're going to kind of layer. I mean, you could do it either way. You could have the top cup doing that. You know what? We may do that this time. Let's just switch it up a little bit, and we'll have the top cup go this way. Okay? So my bottom two, I just glued down. And this is from the designer paper that is the new in colors. So the only cup that I pop up is the top one. So we'll kind of do, let me see, that one's going to go that way. So yeah, I think that'll be cute. Either way, it doesn't matter. Alrighty, so we'll add a few of these. And I'm probably going to, let's see, I'm going to put one here, but I want to get a small one on the handle. Oh, I got one right here. Hopefully that don't show. Nope, should be good. Okay, so we'll get these backings off. So did anybody tell me what their favorite new color was? Did you see all the new colors yet? I'm sure most of you have. Oops, pulled that one off. Okay. There. Oh, I think that's cute. Cute, cute, cute. Okay. So now what I did is I stamped Enjoy on my little tag. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I think I can do that one okay without... Then fairly close to the top. Yep, there we go. Enjoy. And then I'll do the inside in a second. Okay, so I did pop this up, but let me get a little heart on here. Just using a little glue. Now you could use glue dots as well for this. Okay. All right, there's that. And I will add my little flowers on the bottom. And these flowers, I just cut out with the dies, and I think they're adorable. Just the right size. Okay. I'm making a corned beef for dinner today, and it's smelling pretty good right now in the crock pot. Okay, now I have a flower there too, so let's see. Flower there, my little heart here. And I'm going to, I got kind of a lot of glue there, so let's see. I'm going to put this one right there. Since I got the handles changed, there we go. Okay, so now we are going to take, what time is supper? Well, I don't know. We'll probably be eating, I don't want to say early, but because Todd has to work tonight, but probably, well, I don't know. I shouldn't say early. We usually eat dinner around 6. So, okay, I'm going to use just, normally I'd use my Scotch tape, but I used it all yesterday. So I'm just going to use a little of my score tape, because what I want this to do is be like that. And I'm going to tuck it under like it's almost like a tea bag, okay? So I'm going to do that, but I'm going to pop this up. I just wanted that string to stay really well. That's what you're making too? Sounds good for some reason. You know, it's cold out, so something in the crock pot. This time of year, you kind of almost like get tired of trying to figure out what to make. Okay, since I got that going this way, I'm going to put this down a tad. And all I'm going to do, let me get my cap here. Now, I did add a little glue dot. You don't even have to glue that in there. But I did take a little glue dot and I just kind of tucked that under. So, but I don't even think you need to glue it down. I think it'll be fine. But if you want to, you can glue it down. But it just looks like the tea bag hanging over. I think. So, okay, let's get our little embellishments on there. You know what? We don't have an Instapot, and I don't know. So I never used one. But I know everyone that does likes them, so. All right, and I'm going to use a darker one on the white so it shows up a little better. And what I'm going to do is I got one here that's not, I'm going to try to put it on its back. The backing, the sticky part, because I don't want to lose it. There. Okay. Oops. It's getting away from me today. All right. So we got the front done. It's a little bit different, but I think it's cute. So let's do the inside. And, you know, you don't even need to put this frame in, but I thought it was so cute. I didn't want to, like, waste it. So, all right. So what we did here is I stuck a piece of my designer paper to match my cups. You could go either way with it. And I just put it on the top. Now you don't have to put the twine in there, and you know what, I'm not really sure I'm going to. That, or I may just make a bow and put there, because I don't know if I really think it does anything. The paper's so pretty, and most of the time I don't even put anything inside as far as ribbon goes, but the twine is so, it's small enough that, like, or thin enough that it doesn't matter. So I'm going to just... And you know what? I should have probably stamped this first. Hopefully I don't mess up. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Is just put the little bow there. After you have your ribbon scissors, it's really hard to get used to that. My other scissors cut good, but not as good as my ribbon scissors. Okay. I am looking for my glue dots, which I don't know what I did with already, but oh, here they are. See, I'm always sure to lose everything. All right. So let me tear some of this off because I've used a lot already. Okay. So we're just going to put that there. Yeah, it just adds a little bit. And you want to make sure that the glue dot is covered good, because otherwise it'll stick. Okay, so now we're going to kind of just position this. And like I said, you don't even need to put this in here. You could go straight up and down. I did it on an angle. Either way is fine. My thank you I put towards the top so I could still write in there. But you don't have to. You could put it down at the bottom. Maybe this time we'll do it at the bottom. Phew. I always tell everyone to stamp first so you don't mess up your paper, or you can always flip it over, right? Okay, so I do not pop this up at all. And very little glue on those sides. Okay. I don't know where I like the thank you better, on the top or the bottom. It's kind of cute. I definitely like it better without the string going across, though, because like I said, I don't think that string really does a whole lot for it. Maybe if I would have put it down more. I'm not sure, but it's tape, so I can't really change that. And then I'm just going to glue this in. And I cut an extra heart, so I think I'm going to put that somewhere. Yeah, you could cut that a little shorter if you want. Maybe just a touch. Okay. And let's see. We'll put that right there. There. Isn't it cute? I think it's cute. All right, guys. You like this one? I just thought it was something different. You can stack up 2 cups. You could turn it this way and have your 2, like cups going here. Either way, doesn't matter. Okay, so that is our second card. And our third project is actually very simple. Let's see. Like I said, I changed it so it doesn't have the lid thing on it. I actually scored it because I scored 1 and I scored it wrong. I went only an inch instead of 1.25 inches. So I'll get one more heart out of here if I can get it out. Okay, there we go. All right, so this piece is, because it's just going to be the box. So I started out with 7 1/4 by 5 1/2. And on the 5 1/2 side, I scored it at 1 1/4 inches. So I went like 1 1/4 inches, turned it, and did another 1 1/4 inches. Then on the 7 1/4 inch side, so it's 7 1/4 by 5 1/2. I scored at 3, and then the bottom, you add your 1 1/4 inches, so you got 3 and 4 1/4. And that's all there is to this box. I mean, it's pretty simple. Now, when I did the lid, I had to add another, like almost 2 inches. So, but for some reason, you know, if you're just going to keep it a box, then I guess that's fine. But, okay. So what we did here is just cut on those score lines. And then just kind of trim that out a tad on the sides. I'm just going to get this a little bit better. And let's see how that looks. Might do just a little bit there. I'm going to cut too much off of them because then it's, you know, you got to make sure that they're even. So you don't want to take off too much there. Okay, so this is just going to fold up. You're going to put your glue on your little tabs there and fold up like that. That's your box. But see how this is showing? So you need to just make sure when you glue that, that is even, okay? But we're going to go ahead and put our 2 front pieces on here. Those are your favorite colors, yeah, and they just all work so well together. So these little pieces here are 3 inches, I'm sorry, 2 3/4 by, it's 2 3/4 this way, and 2 7/8 this way. So depending on your pattern, and then you're going to put it like this because both your pieces are, you know, so they're facing the bottom. Okay, so it's just easier to put that on, I think, when it's flat, but you can when it's together. Okay. And I love the tea cups. I think they're so cute. Okay, so we will go ahead and I'm just going to add a little bit of glue here so you can figure out which side you want. Just make sure that it's even. Just got to let that set up a minute. And then you're going to go ahead and add glue to your sides. Pretty simple. That's like for the retreat, I was making these little post-it note holder things, and I got the first one perfect, right? I thought, oh wow, piece of cake. Well, everyone after that I got wrong. I thought I had cut them all. And I thought, oh no. So that was kind of crazy, but I had to recut them, unfortunately. I was off on one score line, like by 1/8 of an inch or 1/4 of an inch, and there's enough to mess it up though. So now what I wanted to do on this one, and I forgot because I put my paper down first, but kind of wanted my handle to be glued to the outside. So I'm going to do that on this one. And what I did for my handle is I made it, I think like 7 inches by 1 inch, and I scored it in half at a 1/2 inch because I want my handle to be sturdy. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue this. But if you don't want it this thick, you can just take and do it, you know, just a 1/2 inch by 7. So I'm just going to kind of hold that down, keep rubbing it till it sticks good. Okay, so now I've got a piece that is just a little bit skinnier, but since this only comes in 6 inches, this designer paper, I think I did this maybe 3/8 of an inch. So I'm just going to use the red. Okay, and we're going to put that on right away, and you're going to have a little bit that is showing on each end, about a 1/2 inch. So yeah, I'd say that was 7 inches. So that'll work out just fine though, okay? So I'm going to take and kind of soften this a little bit too with my bone folder. Hopefully it doesn't buckle here. Okay, so then when you go to put it down, it's a little bit easier. So what I need to do is put my score tape right there, and I'm going to use score tape. This way I don't have to sit there and hold it. Okay. So what I like to do is, because our score tape is a little bit thicker, I mean, you could go the other way, but what I'm doing is I'm adding 2 pieces, but I'm just taking one paper off and then just folding that. So I did it wrong again. Oh, I cannot believe it. But you know what? I wanted to put it here. So I'm just going to leave that because the paper's going to stick to it. Darn it anyways. I knew I was going to do that. So that's exactly what I did yesterday. So here's what you could do. There. You don't want it too, let's see, too high up either, but I want enough so it's going to stay good. So I'm kind of overlapping that just to, and then, because I want that to go on the outside of the box. That's exactly what I did last night, because that was the last thing I was kind of playing around with, was my little box for the tea. And then I just fold if there's anything overlapping. So I'm going to put my other piece on. Well, let's go ahead and do this. We'll do this. So there. And then I'm going to put my designer paper on top to finish that. So I think it'll look better. So we can just fold this over. You want to make sure you have enough of the tape on there so it stays. And you could use glue. Okay. And then once I put my little strip of designer paper on, it'll kind of cover the handle and be more secure, if that makes sense. All right, so, and even if there's a little bit of tape here sticking out, it's not going to matter so much because, you know, you got your, you're going to cover it. Okay. So I'm going to take and glue this though, because that is going to be a little thicker up there. You could go just a little bit thicker if you wanted to, but I think the inch is really good actually. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of use my bone folder and push it down really good. And then we will have another one. Okay. So yep, these pieces are 1 by 3. They might be 2 3/4, I think, actually. Jeez, I must be using my old glue thing here. I think I am. So this will go on here. You know, just somebody, if they're not feeling good, you can just take and give them this with some tea. And it'd be really cute with those little honey sticks that you can buy. Stick a few of them in here, even, you know, a pack of sugar or whatever everyone likes in their tea. But there, I think that turned out really cute. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but I do think it gives it more of a finished look when it's like that. Just want to make sure that those are glued down really well. So, okay. So then on the front, what I did is I cut out one of those that I showed you, the shapes. I think it was the shapes. And let's see, I did pop that up. I couldn't remember if I did or not. So, and you just kind of want to do your dimensionals more in the center because it does overhang a little bit. So, and it's not like this is going to go through the mail, I don't think. Okay, so we will take and do that right there. And then I cut out the circle as well, and it says take care of yourself, and I'm doing that in the Orchid Oasis. And let's see, I know I had a heart here somewhere. I got one, so okay. So I kind of did that. I'm going to go down maybe a tad bit more because when I put my ribbon on there, okay, and that's all I stamped on that. Now you could always get even fancier if you want it with this, but I don't know. I don't really think there's a need. I think this is just perfect. And then I got my little heart here. And with the paper being so awesome and lots of color, you don't even need to do anything else. Now I think I just glued that on. I did. So I just took and added glue kind of to the center. And take care of yourself. Okay. And my little, let's see, my glue dots that seem to disappear on me all the time. Oh, right in front of me. If they get any closer, they'd probably bounce off. Okay, I'm just kind of trying to bend that or fold it just a little bit. And I tied just a little double bow with the twine. And then I got one of the little, oh, you know what, I'm going to use the lighter one here. I don't know why I always put that in the center like that, shoot. I kind of want it to move it up. Nope. Nope, I guess that one's going to have to just stay right where I had it. Okay. Sometimes it's nice to add it off to the side, like up there, but it'll be fine. Nobody will probably notice, right? So that is our 3 projects for today, and I hope you guys enjoyed them. I really enjoyed the one card. I hope it was a nice technique that you guys will try. Oops, I'm kind of moving everything here. So, and yep, like I said, I easily fixed or, you know, put in 6 of tea bags, and you could put some of that little stuff on the bottom to make your tea bag stick up, you know, a little higher if you wanted to. But yeah, if you had the little honey stick sticking out there, how cute would that be? I think it'd be very cute. Okay. So here's our cards for today. And then I was going to let you know, I'll put the link out, but today is the last day to sign up for the retreat. And I could fit maybe a couple more people in, but if not, it's not a big deal. But you also can get the retreat to go. So if you're not signed up and you would like it to go, I have, let's see, this is our main class. So this will be for $50. You get this, you get some pillow gifts. You'll be making 2 each of these cards, which I think they're adorable. We're going to be working with the tulips. Even though this is going to be retired, we're still going to use it. So, okay. I think it's really cute. I love this card, actually. So, we will be doing that. That's going to be for embellishments, ribbon, some pillow gifts, some actually really cool pillow gifts. So that's that. And then I have 2 classes. My Memory and More cards, I think I actually got packed away already because I'm going away next weekend and I have to cut for everything. But this is another class that you can sign up for. Now this is $35 extra, but you'll be making 8 of these cards. You get the designer paper, the twine, and the embellishments, and be doing 8 cards. So I mean, how, you know, that's a really good deal actually. And then the Memory More you'll be making, I think that's $25, and there's 10 cards I designed, and then you can keep the rest and either design 10 more cards or design different cards. And then the other one is, I think it's like He's All That. I think that's the name of this one. But this is this is from the new catalog. So you'll be getting ribbon, embellishments, and the designer paper. And you'll be making 8 of these cards. I mean, look at how cute that is. So, and that's $35 extra. So your retreat is $50, and then you can add on 3 extra classes if you want. I still got to do the center, but I just love this card. I thought this was so cute. A happy birthday card. So, okay. Oh, and look at, this is the best one. I was making this card and I did it upside down. But I'm not going to redo it at this point. So this will make sure everyone else does it right. But so that's it. But for next Wednesday, I'm not sure if I will be live or not. I may have to miss a week because I'm gonna be down by my daughter's, helping her get ready for her baby shower. Okay. But if not, I will be back the week after for sure. And you know, hopefully everything will be good. But I may do some cards and just post them. But all right, guys, that's it. I will see you guys either next week or the week after for sure. I did post these cards separately. I really don't think the pictures do them justice, though. I think they're so cute. I love the colors. Even this one, it's simple, quick, but I think it's cute. So everyone have a great week. If you need a catalog, let me know. I'll get one out in the mail for you, and we'll go from there. Okay, bye-bye.